Hi. This week we're going to go over evolution. So we're going to start our evolution unit. I often have students who don't want to engage in the evolution unit. They don't want to learn about the evolution unit, and they tell me that they do not believe in evolution. And while that might be an opinion at this moment, I do encourage every single one of my students to learn about evolution, to know exactly what it is that they do not believe. I want them to be able to intelligently craft an argument against evolution. So specifically, this week we're going to be learning about natural selection. And so natural selection is a mechanism by which evolution occurs. Some of the assignments that we're going to be doing this week are the Bozeman Natural Selection video and answering questions. We're going to be doing the papered moth game, and it's actually, I need to change this, the paper moth game, and we're going to be doing the paper moth game questions. And then at the end, we're going to have a natural selection discussion. So, for the Bozeman Natural Science or Natural Selection video, you're going to click on the link and it will pull up the video. And I encourage you all to, watch this video. The questions that go along with this, some of them are fill in the blank, some of them are complete the sentence that Bozeman has just said, and so you won't be able to Google the answers. You're going to actually have to watch the video. If you're, I do encourage you, if you're having trouble filling it out while you're watching the video, maybe you might want to set the playback speed at maybe a 0.75 or a 0.5 if you want to go through it faster, which when I'm filling something out, I typically don't want to do that. When I'm previewing something, maybe a biology teacher has sometimes, and I've heard all these things over and over and over again, I sometimes set it up higher so that I don't have to listen to it for very long. And that's a 10-minute video, not too bad. So I'm estimating that you spend about 30 minutes on this assignment. Then you're going to be doing the papered moth game. And so you're just going to click on the link over here where it says play game. And you're going to do a light forest. And you're just pretending like you're a moth. Oh, look. And you're eating all of these. You're trying to get, eat as many moths as you can. And, you can see some light ones. If you look down here at the bottom, you'll see that it's giving you a percentage of how many white moths are in the population versus dark moths. Okay, and so at the end, it's going to give you this. It's going to say simulation complete. And it looks like we ended up with 100% of the population being the light moth population and 0% of the dark moth. And this was in the light forest, okay? And so we will hit print, but you're not going to hit print. You're going to hit save to Google Drive. You're going to save that. And then you are going to submit that document for credit. So do the light moth population and the dark moth population. After you are finished with this, you're going to finish up the peppered moth game questions. And so there's some questions that go along with the game. There's about, I think I made 4 questions going with this game. And you will use both what you learned from the pepper moth simulation, and also going by the natural selection right here. So this about the natural selection section. So read that. It goes over what happened in a forest after the Industrial Revolution. It once was a light-colored forest, and then after the Industrial Revolution, there was some factories with, some coal burning, and so it turned the forest black. And so then there was a genetic change between the light and whether you find a light-colored moth or a dark-colored moth in that forest. You're going to end with a discussion post, and the discussion post is just based on what you have learned about natural selection. How do you think bacteria becomes resistant to antibiotics? Be sure to explain the mechanisms for which this occurs. And so this I estimated to be somewhere between 15 and 30 minutes. So based on everything that you've learned over the previous 3 assignments, you should be able to apply that and answer that question. If you all read the SMORE newsletter, you will see that we're having Zoom sessions. Tuesday, I'm going to go over the Bozeman Natural Science video, so we'll watch it together and we'll answer the questions together. On Wednesday, we'll be doing the game, the natural selection game, and we'll be answering those questions. And on Thursday, we'll be doing the natural selection discussion, and I'll have a bit of time for just like an open session, so you guys can bring specific assignments or questions and ask me about those. On Friday, we will not be having any office hours due to Good Friday. And so there's a couple of changes. From here on out, I will be posting work on Monday, and it will be due the following Monday. So we'll be up by or before Monday at 8 a.m. and it will be due the following Monday. And we will also be meeting through Zoom. So the link for the Zoom sessions will be in the SMORE newsletter and in the announcements. So I hope to see you guys in office hours. And if you're having any difficulties completing your assignments, please reach out to me. If you have any needs at this time, please reach out to me. And I hope you're doing well.